Good morning, everybody. After a profitable day betting on NBA player props yesterday, went 2-1 on 3 picks. We are back today with more NBA player props to hammer, hopefully able to continue the hot streak that we find ourselves on with these NBA player props. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you my favorite NBA player props for today. NBA player prop best bets today, Tuesday, February 28th. Also, the last day of February. My name is Matt Modi, content producer for OddsJam.com. If you want to find me on social media, you can at my Twitter handle you see on the screen here. And then, of course, if you could like, comment, and subscribe to the OddsJam YouTube channel would help me out a ton as well. To do a recap of yesterday, I mentioned I went 2-1. I lost the Marcus Smart over assists play, but I did manage to hit Joel Embiid over 11.5 rebounds. Got lucky. He ended with exactly 12. And I also managed to hit LaMelo Ball over 3.5 3-pointers. Kind of got lucky there because he got hurt at the end of the game, but I was able to get that one to cash. Overall, yesterday was up about $118 or so. So not a great month of February, up about $750 total, which is not great, especially when you compare to like January up 6K, December up, I think it was 3K, something like that. I also missed a week in December when I was gone on vacation. Yeah, so up 3K in December, missing a week there. So February hasn't been as good as I would have liked, but we have 1 day left, already have 1,700 in pending bets, including these 3 player props. So let's get right into it. The first play that we're going to go ahead and lock in here that I myself have already locked in is DeMar DeRozan under 32.5 points, rebounds, assists. This play is at plus 105 odds at Bet365. So I know that this is the profitable play because it's bolded and highlighted. And I also is a play that I have already locked in, as you can see right here. DeMar DeRozan under 32.5 points, rebounds, assists. I put $75, which for me is 3/4 of a unit. So let's chat about it. Everything is derived from these no vig odds that you see here. In this case, specifically at plus 101.18. Every single play on the OddsJam positive expected value page is going to have odds under the no vig odds column, right? They're all going to have odds. And what you need to know about these no vig odds is that they're viewed as almost the perfect line of what a sports book should be pricing the play at, right? It's like the perfect representation of the odds for this specific market. The reason why we know these odds are so powerful is because they're pulled from the sharpest sports books in the world. So for those of you who are watching this video who are not familiar with positive expected value betting, there's a bunch of videos on the OddsJam YouTube channel where we specifically go into great detail about positive EV betting. So I definitely recommend checking that out. I don't want to bore everybody in this video by explaining the same thing over and over again. But like I said, what you do need to know, the most important thing to understand for the purposes of this video is that they represent the true line of a market and they're pulled from the sharpest sports books in the world. So the no vig odds price things one way. We view that as the perfect line for a market. And anywhere in which we can get better odds, more favorable odds, and that means better for us as the sports bettor, so higher payout, it's going to be profitable, right? It's going to be a mathematically profitable betting venture. Now, that's not me saying that every single positive EV play is a lock. Like if we go back to my betting history, about a little more green than red, but we still see some aggressive down days, down 1,000, down 1,100, down 800, up 750 for the month, which again is not ideal. Even if we go back to January, which was an incredible month for me, we still see some days down 500, down 500, down 800, 3 days in a row where I was down about 1,000. Now, a ton more up than down, right? Not even close, significantly more up than down, but still had some down months or some down days, excuse me. So it's important to understand that even if every single play that you bet has an edge, which it should if you're using OddsJam, that doesn't mean you're going to win every single bet or profit every single day or even every single week. You're going to have some down days. Sports are unpredictable. But if you can continually make sure that you are placing bets on the EV page with an edge, then I'm confident you will be good in the long run. So play number 1, DeMar DeRozan under 32.5 points, rebounds, assists, plus 105 at Bet365. Next up is we're looking at Desmond Bane to go under 4.5 rebounds. So this play is also at Bet365 at plus 125 odds. This is another play that I have already locked in up here. As you can see, $75 on this one. Desmond Bane under 4.5 rebounds, plus 125. So the OddsJam perfect line on this one prices it at about plus 122, essentially just below that. And we are getting it a couple 3 cents higher at plus 125 at Bet365. So all in all, giving you a profit margin on this one at 1.37%. That is your profit margin for this play. And then what I like to do, and I do this for every single bet that I place, including the DeMar DeRozan one, I like to look into the markets, like look at every other sports book and just compare the odds that we are betting compared to the rest of the market. So in this case, Bet365 at plus 125. There are a couple books like BetMGM and Caesars that are kind of close at plus 120 and plus 118, but the majority of the other books price it pretty decently below this number, right? Ranging from minus 103 up to plus 104, plus 110, plus 114, with Pinnacle at plus 107. But if you just look at this on an average, this plus 125 is an outlier compared to the rest of the sports books, the majority of the sports books, right? With the only close one being plus 120. But nothing's above plus 120, and there's no other book that is offering a positive EV play on this market, right? Like the OddsJam perfect line has this at plus 122. The only book offering this above plus 122 is Bet365 at plus 125. So that's why I like this play. This is a profitable play that is an outlier compared to the majority of sports books. So that's play number 2. And the last one that I locked in here is Jeremy Sohan over 13.5 points, minus 101 odds at Caesars. So I locked in this one as well. As you can see right here, over 13.5, minus 101. $76, I risked a little over 3/4 of a unit to win a unit. So 76 risked to win roughly 75 is what I put on this one. And it's another good play, right? Like minus 101 at Caesars. OddsJam perfect line pricing it at about minus 102.5, essentially a little bit above that. And look at where the other sports books price it. So one book, PointsBet, favors the under. They have the over at minus 110, the under at minus 120. They're favoring the under. But look at every other sports book. FanDuel, Bet365, DraftKings, BetRivers, BetOnline. They all favor the over, and most of them pretty significantly. So despite PointsBet being the one outlier, along with Caesars, the rest of the sports books, that's like 5 of them that clearly and heavily favor this going over. So this is my third and final play for this video. I do think that this one is really good, so I recommend tailing along with the other 2, giving you my top 3, and that's going to be it. So if you're tailing these, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, let me know. Hit me up on social media if you want more betting content throughout the day, and that's it. So I appreciate everybody watching, and have a good one.